Hey guys! I am so excited. First of all, welcome to my channel. This channel is called Kim Can Test, and I am a quality assurance engineer, a test engineer, and I focus on topics related to testing and programming. Today, I am launching the sequel series. I remember when I was introduced to SQL for the first time, it wasn't the best introduction. I left confused and not understanding. And then I had a reintroduction about a month later, and I was like, oh, this is it? This is it? I could do this. And I fell deep, deep, deep in the rabbit hole. I am still in that rabbit hole. And I learn through teaching. So as soon as I learn something well enough, I just start right with it. Let's start teaching. So this series is about that. I do hope that this series is helpful. We're going from the shallow end of the pool all the way to the deep, deep end. Then we're going to go swim in that ocean over there, that river over there. We're going to go there too. So I do hope this is helpful. When you are first learning something, it can feel / seem intimidating, but who you learn from, how you are taught can make all the difference in the world. I'm a huge, huge proponent of that theory, that belief. So we are starting from the very beginning. The intention of this video is to just help you understand what SQL is, how it can be used, and how you can use it on a very, very basic level, okay? We gotta crawl before we ball, as they say. Or what is it? I'm thinking about Kanye right now. You must crawl before you walk. For those of you who are not as well versed in hip hop, it's okay. So we're gonna start from the beginning. And what I'm doing in this video is I am explaining, giving you a little demonstration, and then explaining again to reinforce. Okay, that's the technique that we're using. And we will be using that throughout the video or throughout this series. I don't want these videos to be super long, but I suspect as we get more advanced, some of them will be, right? But we're starting off with smaller chunks, digestible chunks. So please, if you have questions, ask your questions below, comment below, all right? The other thing, follow me on LinkedIn, connect with me on LinkedIn, because I will be posting these videos there, and you can reach out to me on LinkedIn, okay? That I check my LinkedIn regularly, so reach out to me there. This is a professional channel, so LinkedIn is the professional network to use, right? What else? Yeah, I think that's it. So I hope that this video is helpful, and I'll see you on my screen in a second. Okay, so before we start, I actually wanted to give you a resource. Nowadays, most people know about learning on YouTube or Udemy or whatever. There are a lot of great platforms, especially if you're doing any programming or data science, right? But don't sleep on audio experiences like podcasts and audiobooks. So I'm an Audible member, and I am currently listening to Computer Programming Languages for Beginners. I think this is great if you're a beginner. I think it's great if you're intermediate or advanced too. It's always good to go back and explore the fundamentals. This is not specific to SQL, but it does include SQL in it. But there are a lot of books just like this one on Audible. I will link this one below for you guys for, to check out and see, but it's really great. I know that it's busy. If you're busy, it's really hard to take the time to learn. Audible makes that easier. And I'll do this while I'm brushing my teeth in the morning, literally, while I'm making coffee, etc. And it's a really great way to get that immersion in, right? And even if you don't understand fully at first, eventually things start to become familiar and make sense. So I'll link this below for you. It's once again, it's my phone just There we go. Computer programming languages for beginners. This is a complete breakdown of Java, SQL, C++, HTML, and Python. It's just a taste of each, but I think it's good to get started with, and it's by Adish Silva. I might be saying his name wrong. Sorry, Mr. Silva, but it's a good book. And it's funny because the narrator sounds just like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. It's funny. So it's good, and it's also entertaining because the narrator isn't a boring, dry speaker. All right. So I'll link that. Okay. Like for real now, let's get into the video. Okay, you guys. So let's do our introduction first. What does SQL mean? So SQL means Structured Query Language, and queries are used to create databases, access, and also alter database information. Okay, essentially that's what it is, and they can be quite long. And if you think in terms of programming, they're like the code that's used for SQL, if that makes sense. Okay. So let's look at an example of a basic SQL query. We're going to look at what it would look like if you were using MySQL or a SQL editor like PopSQL, but then we're also going to look at it in plain English so that you understand what the heck it means. All right, so first, select student ID, comma, first name, comma, last name, comma, first name, plus, then we have quotation mark, plus, as full name from student, semicolon. Now, when you're using SQL, you want to end your statements with a semicolon, okay? Now, let's look at this in plain English. Select the first and last names from the student database. Render a table that displays the first and last names as the student's full name. That's what it means. So if you didn't catch that, or you need to go back, rewind and watch that part again, because that right there, when SQL was explained to me this way, I understood. It was like, and I was like, okay. I had another teacher or trainer explain it, and I spent 2 hours. I didn't know what he was talking about. I needed it to be parsed. I needed to look at a statement like this and then look at it again in plain English. It made perfect sense. So that's what it is, okay? And that's why it's so beautiful. You are using plain English to basically take command or control of the database. You just need to know how to do it. That's it, okay? So let's look at some basic SQL query statements and their meanings, or like their function, okay? So a note, it's not necessary to capitalize statements, okay? Both select, all caps, and select, lowercase, are fine. That being said, you may find it useful to capitalize statements for improved visibility, especially when working with large amounts of data, okay? And this will actually make more sense to you. Like, this is the very first video that I'm doing in this series. There will be more to come. But like, I'm taking you from the shallow end of the pool to the deep end. This is a progressive series, all right? So anyways, I know and hope and know that this is going to be helpful, but we're starting with the basics, okay? If you do have questions, though, please feel free to ask your questions below. If there's something specific that you want me to cover in an upcoming video, let me know below. All right, so let's look at these basic SQL query statements. And I want to be clear that this is not exhaustive. This is not even close to being exhaustive. These are just very common, and I think they're essential and they're good to know when you're first being introduced to SQL. Number one is select. So this is which columns of the data to show in the results. Basically, that's what that means. And actually, in the example that I gave you above, that's a select statement. You see the very first here it is. The very first statement is select, right? That's what that is. So that's what that would look like, okay, if you were actually using a terminal or an editor. So, 2, from. From identifies which table data should be, I typed this a little strangely. So how can I type this so that it's actually clearer? From identifies which table data should be extracted from which table. This is a little bit clearer. Okay, so where are you getting this information from? Which table are you getting this from? From this one. From. Okay. Now, number 3, create table is used to create a new database table. That's pretty straightforward, right? When you're starting, you need to create a table. Number 4, alter. Once again, these are straightforward, you guys. You just need to practice and get familiar with them. Alter table sounds like what it sounds like. It's used to alter a table. So for example, maybe you need to add or delete some data from the table, okay? Update. Update is used if you need to update a record or change something. You know, maybe you just need to change a specific piece of information, if you will, okay? That's it. So this video is short and sweet. I hope that you at least have the same, how can I explain this? the same light bulb moment that I had when I was first introduced to SQL properly. I hope that this helps you. So conclusion, SQL does take practice and training, and I am working on my skill set, actively working on it. But obviously I understand enough now to start producing videos, and that's what I'm doing because this also helps me. And I hope that it helps you as well. So SQL does take practice and training, but it's quite straightforward. And once you get the hang of it, you know, it's a breeze, and it's such a godsend because it saves you time. It keeps you organized. It can't get more complex. I do want to be clear about that. Like if you have huge amounts of data, obviously it can get more complex, but at its core, it's simple. And I think it's a beautiful programming language to learn. So I hope that this helps. Like I said, you know, comment if you have questions. Please like this video. If you have another person who's like, SQL, what? Send them this video. I do hope that it is helpful. And that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.